Bronny James draft stock lands somewhere in the second round. Will it be the Utah Jazz at 32 or the LA Lakers at the 55th pick? Also, LeBron will not be leaving LA to play with his son, saying that it is not an option at the moment. So we'll see where we go with that. Also, Dallas takes out the number one seeded Oklahoma City Thunder with a 17-point comeback behind a triple-double from Luka Doncic, and the Dallas Mavericks make a Western Conference Finals appearance once again. All that and much, much more coming up. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. This is your host, DJ KJ, coming at you with today's installment of 94 and the score. And that's exactly what it is. It's 94 feet, the score, and much, much more. Every time we do this, we're going to try and continue to upgrade the quality of these videos. So, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for joining me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and share this on all your socials. Don't forget to drop this video a like. And let's jump right into this, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks closing out the number one seeded Oklahoma City Thunder last night. Man, it was incredible, okay? They came back from a 17-point deficit led by Luka Doncic. With the triple-double, man, I'll tell you what. Luka Doncic magic, man. Luka magic. 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists to lead all scorers, I think. Yes, right. No, I take that back. SGA with 36 and 8 and 3 rebounds to go along with that. Just what an incredible game. I thought this one was going to go the distance. I thought we were going to have a Game 7 tomorrow night before the conference finals kick off. But that is not the case. Dallas shuts this one up and makes their, I think, the third conference finals appearance in 4 years. And they're waiting for the Denver Nuggets and the Minnesota Timberwolves series to wrap up, which will be on tonight. We'll get into that here in just a minute. But, yeah, let me just tell you what. Dallas wasn't having any of it. They said, look, youngins, y'all going to take the back seat this time, and it's our turn. We're going to the conference finals, and you guys can wait. It's awesome. What a great playoff so far. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the preview tonight, or should I say this afternoon, rather. Starts at tip-off 3:30 p.m. on the East Coast. Indiana Pacers at the New York Knicks, all knotted up. This is Game 7, win or go home, and you knew this was going to happen at some point. We actually have 2 Game 7s today, this being the first of them. Let's go ahead. I want to dive into some of these stats through the series against these two teams here. If you look at New York shooting 46% from field goal range, from 3-point range. Actually, they're only at 38% field goal percentage from 3-point range. And you come down and look at Indiana. Indiana's shooting 40% from the 3-point from behind the 3-point line. 50% field goal percentage overall, and 75 from the free throw line. I want to do a little bit of comparison. If you take a look into the screen here, you see Tyrese Halliburton is their one guard. I'm going to go down the roster here. I think they're running about an 8-person rotation, an 8-man rotation in this series here. But anything past Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, the drop-off is just really bad. They don't have that extra punch off the bench. You look at Obi Toppin, he's only got 11 points per game in this series. And you can look at guys like Aaron Nesmith shooting a gaudy 22% from 3-point range. And, you can't really facilitate a solid offense without that little extra oomph off the bench. And, Ben Shepherd shooting 45%, but he's only scoring about 6 points per game in a series, and it's just not going to get it done. TJ McConnell's really, really, really bad in this series from 3-point range at 33%. He's only getting 11, about just shy of 12 points per game in a series. If you go up here and check out New York, man, their shooting percentages overall as a team is not the greatest. Jalen Brunson not really relying on his 3-point shooting because it's been a gaudy 31%. But my man's is getting 31 points per game in this series alone on 47% field goal percentage. And you got Dante DiVincenzo playing out of his mind. Dude is literally lighting him up. 43% field goal percentage, 42 from 3-point. He's averaging 20 points per game in this series. Just looking real strong. Josh Hart, 13 points per game, 33% from 3-point range. He's a worker, man. But that's just some of the basic statistics between these two teams in the series here. Excuse me, as I'm trying to get my speech to come out properly today, right? Huh? Should I edit that out? Should I edit it? No. Okay. All right, now on to the second Game 7 today. Minnesota Timberwolves at the Denver Nuggets in Ball Arena. This one is the defending champion Denver Nuggets going up a young and up-and-coming Minnesota team led by Anthony Edwards, who has just been pretty incredible in these playoffs so far. You think about like this, you know me, I'm a Suns fan, clearly. You see this team just dismantle the roster that we put together to make much deeper playoff push, in my opinion. I don't think a first-round sweep was in Matt Ishbia's agenda when he took over, but that's what happened. But they have pushed the defending champs to a Game 7 in the semis, so we'll see how that goes. Again, let's go ahead and do a little bit of team comparison. Denver as a whole is only shooting 37% from three and 46 overall. Nikola Jokic is averaging 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists in this series, to go along with 1 block. Aaron Gordon, 16 points per game in the series, shooting 58% from 3-point range, man. Whew. I'll tell you what, that's just pretty good because when you look at guys like Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., all under 35%. Michael Porter Jr. just at 35% from 3-point range. And then KCP is only at just shy of 40% from the field, only averaging 8 points per game in the series. You catch Porter Jr. or KCP on a night where they're just going to have to light it up, which hopefully could be tonight, and then they're going to be able to put this game away. On the reverse end, you go over here and look at Minnesota. Anthony Edwards, 22 years old, averaging just shy of 30 points per game in this series against the defending Denver Nuggets, the defending champions. You look at Karl Anthony Towns, he's averaging 17 points per game. Naz Reid, 10 points per game. You look Mike Conley, who I don't know if he's going to be in the game tonight. He just might. Jade McDaniels, you look at all these guys, they go all the way down to about the eighth man spot, and then the fall off is just pretty significant as far as contribution. But even at the end of the bench, you got guys coming in and still getting 2 points here, 5 points there, and Monte Morris 3 points per game average. So that means he's had at least 7 points in one of these contests. Minnesota is just really deep. You're gonna have to have everybody on point in order to take the Nuggets down on this one. That's just my opinion. Anyway, so let's go, man. That one starts 8:30 on the East Coast. Game 7. Let me know who you're going for in the comments. Are you going for Minnesota? Or are you going for Denver? What do you want? Who's your team? Let me know. So on to other news. We're gonna go over here. LeBron James' son, Bronny, not getting love from scouts. He is not an NBA prospect, stated by some of them. His stock seems to be falling lower and lower and lower. Let's see. One of the scouts said if the Lakers don't draft him, I don't see anyone drafting him. Teams that want to draft him on a 2-way contract. And I don't think James Legacy, a.k.a. Clutch Sports, will want that. Another one was just a bit harsher. Positional athlete doesn't function as an elite athlete. Tweener stuck between two positions. Should be a good point guard based on his size, but he cannot run an offense. He's handicapped as an undersized shooting guard because he can't shoot. His comp, a poor man's Davion Mitchell. That's a pretty harsh comparison, being the heir to King James's throne. I just don't think he's the one that's cut out for filling those shoes. It's just my personal opinion. Please don't get mad at me on that one. I'm just stating what I think. James did play 25 games in his freshman season, averaged 4.8 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Also, keep in mind that he just bounced back and coming off of an open heart surgery. I don't know if you guys remember when he collapsed a couple seasons back, a couple years back, and I think it was a high school game. It was scary, man. I felt really bad for him and LeBron, and I'm glad that he pulled through. But he seems to be a shell of his former self, as well as the potential that he's been built up to be. Also, in other news, LeBron James reportedly won't leave the Lakers to join his son Bronny with another NBA team. He said he previously wanted to, but has walked back from that, saying that right now it's just not an option at this time. As of right now. No, as of right now. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Does that mean somehow the team could potentially draft Bronny in the second round, which is where I see him landing probably with Utah with the 32nd pick? Maybe Utah could pull some strings and make it an enticing option. Do you see LeBron playing for a small market team like the Jazz? Probably not. That's just my opinion. Anyway, on to others. Trade rumors, Utah Jazz, trade rumors with Michael Sokoto, of Hoops Hype. He's talking about Utah possibly exploring signing Miles Bridges and moving Lauri Markkanen. Just not sure how factual that is. Jordan Clarkson, Colin Sexton, and John Collins are also most likely to be traded. If the Jazz decided to bottom out and go for Cooper Flag, what are the types of teams that would be willing to trade for Markkanen? I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comments about that one. As far as any other NBA trade rumors going on, Jeff Teague shuts down the Trae Young rumor mill. And once again, Jazz are looking to move Lauri Markkanen. Potential suitors could be the Philadelphia 76ers. They could also be looking to sign Mikal Bridges. Who knows, man? We're just going to have to wait and see. But anyway, I just want to say, hey, thanks for joining me on this one. I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed Sunday. This is DJ KJ for 94 and the Score. Thanks for joining me on this one. I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.